Welcome back, my YouTube friends and family. This is Lindsay, and I am back with more daily work from home job leads for you. We have two higher paying jobs. I did put them at the beginning. And then, of course, we have some other jobs to share as well. But we have jobs that are doing things like applying payments to customer accounts, kind of doing the accounts payable, accounts receivable. We have some customer service, answering like email, web chats, of course, an activation specialist. Hopefully, we have a mixed bag, a little bit of something for everyone. As always, links, timestamps, all additional information you may need can always be found in the YouTube description box below this video. Now, first up, we have Olaplex hiring. If you've not heard of Olaplex, they're sold in like Sephora and Ulta and things like that. A lot of salons use them. It's like a hair treatment to kind of repair damaged hair from coloring and all of those things. They have 38 reviews from past and current employees. They do have a little bit lower employee satisfaction rating of 2.7 out of 5 stars. They come right in the middle. Some people love them, some people hate them. But they are looking for an AR or accounts receivable specialist. This is a remote role for the United States. And Olaplex is looking for someone to process their collections, credits, account reconciliations, and chargebacks. Those credit card chargebacks, including the disputes, kind of monitoring the existing procedures and creating new procedures where you think something might be more efficient. So you're really taking payments that have come in and applying those customer payments to their account in a timely manner. So you might have to retrieve remittance advice from the customer portals or EDI platforms, email. You're kind of just reviewing, analyzing these paperwork basically that they call a remittance advice, reviewing chargebacks and issuing a corrective documentation when needed in their payment system. They use NetSuite for their payments. So you do kind of have to understand customer chargebacks. So customer chargebacks is basically when they dispute a charge with their credit card company and the credit card company tries to reverse the charges or payments to the company that have already happened. So you're reviewing a lot of like Excel reporting, emails, and kind of just doing some research and documentation, reconciling all the accounts receivable, making sure all payments are accounted for and posted in the system correctly. Now, Olaplex does not require any kind of college degree. They do want somebody who has at least 1 year of accounts receivable experience, somebody who has general knowledge of accounting principles. You can kind of work Excel very well. You can work all the other Microsoft Office systems too, or the Google equivalent, Google Suite. You have great communication skills, great people skills. You can be very detail oriented. Now, it does look like their work hours are between 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m. So make sure if you're outside of the time zone, you convert your hours and that works for you. Pay for this position is pretty high, anywhere from $55,000 a year up to $65,000 a year. Now, even on that low end of $55,000 a year, that would be a little over $1,000 a week. Now, next up, we have the company Tremendous hiring. Tremendous is like a platform that tries to provide payment solutions. They have 61 reviews with an overall rating of 4.6 out of 5 stars. They are looking for a product support specialist. Now, over here on the side, it is full-time remote and pays anywhere from $70,000 a year up to $75,000 a year. But they're looking for somebody to basically advocate for their customers, helping them use the product, be able to kind of send bulk payments through their platform. So you are really that first point of contact for any customer questions that are coming through all mediums, including email, website chat, and phone. You're really becoming the product expert so you can be a problem solver for the customer. And when you can't solve their problems, you're just going to escalate them up to the appropriate team, the higher level teams, while maintaining communication with the customer. So you're kind of going to be the go-between. You're going to get the information from the higher team and relay that back to the customer. So you're just also, when you're not working with these customers, updating and contributing to those like FAQs, knowledge-based articles, the internal database banks that they have of different information. Now, they do want a bachelor degree for this one and 0 to 2 years of customer service, customer facing role, great communication skills, somebody who has the ability to learn and adapt quickly, and they do want somebody who has a sense of humor. Another payment solutions company is North, otherwise known as North American Bancard. They used to hire all the time back right after the pandemic and everything. They hired a lot of data entry operators, but they have a 388 reviews with an overall rating of 4.1 out of 5 stars. Today, they're looking for an activation representative associate, again, remote for the United States. And again, even though they're hiring throughout the United States, they're looking for somebody who can work Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're outside of that time zone, convert your hours, see what that would be like for you, see if that works for you. But they're looking for somebody to do customer service, be that first point of contact for their newly approved merchants. So they do credit card processing. And so they're looking for somebody who really kind of knows what merchant credit card payment processing looks like, kind of maybe worked in the industry before. But they're looking for somebody to contact those newly approved merchants coming onto their system and kind of doing onboarding with them, right? Giving them step-by-step installation assistance for their payment terminals, POS systems, and the software that's going to run those. And you're going to be talking to them, working with them, verifying that the payment processing systems and key functions are properly installed, programmed to process those first transactions. So when they try to run those transactions, the money goes through and they don't have any problems. So you're just doing like payment hub setup, payment hub training, scheduling phone appointments, learning and understanding, the processing equipment so you can talk them through kind of how to work it. Now, this one does only require high school diploma or GED, and they do prefer, again, somebody who's had payment industry experience. But if not, you do have to be a very technical person. You have to have the ability to learn quickly, understand tech terms and how to work tech things, have great attention to detail, and of course, be able to communicate feedback information both directions, both from the customer and to the customer, and of course, up to your supervisors. Now, pay for this one is a little bit on the lower end. It's anywhere from $16 an hour up to $18.50 an hour. Now, today is all about payments. We have a Union Home Mortgage Company hiring. They have 636 reviews, an overall rating of 4.0 out of 5 stars. They're looking for a payment assistance specialist. Now, their work hours are Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, if you're not in that time zone, you would have to convert your hours. It does say this is a fully remote role. But so this is a mortgage company. So people who are trying to borrow money or have borrowed money to buy a house, you are communicating with those people who've borrowed money to collect payments on delinquent accounts and inform them of availability programs that may provide payment assistance for them. You're really kind of doing customer service, collection customer service. You're talking to people who already have not been able to pay their mortgage payment for whatever reason. So they're probably in a scary financial situation, and you are there to provide updates on their account, collect payments, or collect promises to pay. So you're basically setting up repayment plans or like payment arrangements. You're providing information and guidance to them how they can retain their homes or discussing alternatives to foreclosure. So you're really trying to be that comfort point of contact for them. They don't want to lose their home, so they're scared. What can I do? So you're there to kind of give them options, talk them through, work out a plan that works for them. Only requires a high school diploma and somebody who has prior like administrative type experience or prior call center phone type experience. Other than that, you've got to be organized, analytical, be a problem solver, and of course have very well, like people skills, be able to work with them with empathy. And sadly, this one did not list pay. That will need to be discussed with them at the time of the interview. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll be back really soon with more work from home job leads just for you.